welcome to another episode of Artco Drone Solutions. Tonight we have Michael from Philly Drone Life, who is scheduled to be on tonight. Just waiting for him to come on in. I hope he didn't forget. It should be a good show. This guy does a great live stream. He usually does one at sunrise and sometimes at sunset. He flies all around downtown Philadelphia and brings back some amazing video from Philadelphia. So I hope he comes in tonight. I had him scheduled a couple weeks ago, and I've been trying to get a hold of him, reminding him that he's a tough guy to get a hold of. So hopefully he'll remember and jump right in. Okay, we got, okay, Michael, okay. All right, Michael is in the chat. Okay, I'm going to just... Okay, hopefully he will be with us shortly. I just sent him a message in chat, and hopefully, hopefully he'll see it. I just want to give a shout out to people who are here. Juneau County Droner in the house, doing great. Steve Mack, hey Steve. Thank you for that little gift. Those adapters worked great. I got a piece of galvanized pipe that I put that adapter on, used it today in fishing. Sadly, I didn't get any fish, but I think I got some good B-roll out of it. Mason Kaiser, welcome to the show. Zebmeet, welcome. All right, great. All right, just gotta pop back here, see if Michael is here. Still waiting for him. I hope he sees this. All right, he just woke up from 2-day weekend crazy. Give me a minute. All right, cool. Oh, Steve, there are so many little gadgets in there. I'll figure out something to do with those. Some of those I already have, like the chest mount, and I think it came with a head mount, and just love those. So it gives me a lot of adapters to stick on things, and those are great. So I may go out fishing in the morning. It's supposed to be better weather than it is today. Today it was a little on the cool side, but at least it was nice without a jacket. So waiting for Michael. So sometimes that's how it goes. These live stream shows are very interesting how they work. So keep jumping back and checking out, waiting for Michael. For him to jump in and tell us about those frickin' dynamic range, dude. That guy is a hoot. I love this guy. Okay, great, Michael. Get that camera working. We gotta look at that pretty mug of yours. And I love your smile. You look like you remind me of the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland with that big toothy grin. It was just awesome. I saw your balloon ride. It was awesome. I did that years ago. I This is before digital cameras and stuff. So I had my 35 millimeter, and I'm taking pictures. Guess what? No film in the camera. Duh. Oh boy. But this guy, from what I understand, I think he was a football player for the Oakland Raiders. Oh, go to use Chrome browser. Yeah, yeah. Try a different browser. Try if you can get Google Chrome or Chromium, one of those. Sometimes vMix is a little. It just it it has its quirks. So I use two different browsers. I use another browser that blocks a lot of ads and pop-ups, and I love it. And if you're into currency, you could you could earn money by watching videos from certain advertisers, and you earn some crypto coins. Uh, what they call basic attention token, which is cool. Yes, Mason, Michael does have some, he's got great energy. And we've got so much to talk about. And he's a very interesting guy. And that's why I get him on. I'm working on getting Ken Herron on the show and Kelly Green. So hopefully we'll get both of them on sometime here in June, and have a oh it'll either one of those or both of them, those will blow the roof off of this channel here. But I just passed the 600 subscriber mark, and I'm just uh, this channel is growing like crazy, and I love it. And I've been watching some other channels, learning about using tags to try to grow my channels. My fishing channel is growing like crazy too. I'm up to 100 subs on that, and then I have my other channel. Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger, is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lloyd, we're just waiting for Michael. He's trying to get his camera working. I told him that he probably should use a different browser, and hopefully we shall get him on shortly. Cool. So uh, everybody here, I guess everybody hears me okay, so that's cool. Uh, Going to try and get some flying in this weekend. I want to get up early tomorrow and try and get some really good sunrise footage of downtown Denver. Yeah, Lloyd, I saw you. Lloyd and I, we were supposed to be on Oz by Drone last night, and boy, what a what a fiasco that was. And I feel really bad for Greg for the stuff that he has to put up with his internet situation in Australia, and how rude that call service person was. All right, Steve, thanks for jumping in. It's great to have you here. So I'm going to, you don't see Michael yet. All right, Above and Beyond Drones, welcome to the show. Great. So anyway, I was supposed to be the guest, and Lloyd was the co-host of Greg Kunert's show on Oz by Drone, when his internet just would not work, and while we were live streaming, he actually called the call service at and he got a really rude reception on the other end. Lloyd says he sent the link to the Australian Prime Minister. That's funny. You know what's ironic? That the Philippines has better internet than Australia, that's sad. That's sad. And I just don't understand that the government, why they would put up with that kind of really bad service. What they need to do is they need to have more than one provider. Like here in the Denver metro area, we have two major providers. We have CenturyLink, and then we have Comcast or Xfinity, and they both run really good. And whenever I have a problem, I call customer service. I usually get a representative that's either from the Philippines, which is a major call center for a lot of companies. Philippines, India, and Honduras. Imagine that. Jeff is in the house of JAS. Ariel, welcome to the show. We are just waiting for Michael to get on. He's having a little problems. Still not working. For the love of God, why not Hangouts? Just how it works here on vMix. Maybe Lloyd, if you could help out Michael. We're trying to get his camera working. Yeah, use a Chrome browser, Michael. Use a different browser. He's probably, well, I think you could get Chrome on your Apple iPad there, or what kind of, are you on an Apple product? There, if you do, then you should be able to get in, no problem. So, just a little bit of technical difficulties here. We're just waiting for Michael. This is why you always start the show a little earlier to make sure everything is working correctly. And but hey, sometimes that's how that goes. So, Lloyd, I gather, is it still drying out down there in Muskogee? From what you said yesterday, the sun finally came out and things are starting to dry out, which is very good news here. Okay. Oh, go in and check your settings for your camera. Lloyd could, okay, do that. So, and don't forget, I have another show tomorrow afternoon where my co host, Lloyd the Grumpy Vlogger, will be on. It's my conservative talk show. So, if you're into that, go to that channel. That's at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time or 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll be talking about a lot of really interesting stuff. So, no, we're not using Hangouts. We're using vMix call-in or call. And I gave him the website to go to, and I gave him the code, and he's evidently he's getting in, but he can't get the camera working. So that's what's going on. I just want to give Jeff another thanks for appearing last week. He did a bang up show. It was a blast to have him on, and I see he finally got the DJI goggles. Oh man, I would love to have one of those. So maybe I'll win one at the spin up. So you know what, if you want to, I'm trying to raise some money to go to spin up, and you know I'm a blue collar worker, and you know I really appreciate it if I get a little bit of help, help to get me down there. I'm going to put a link to where you could throw in a few bucks. This is my tip jar. I would love to be down there. I think the cost for the reservation or the tickets are 125 bucks. And then you gotta figure my plane. Oh wait, I hear something. Michael, I hear audio coming from you. Oh, sounded like he was there. Oh, you're not Michael. Well, welcome to the show. And you're frozen up. I can't hear you. Well, we got someone on. Is that Steve Carpenter? I am. Or is this above and beyond drones? I mean, I know faces, but okay. Drone, okay. Welcome to the show, Drone Worship, the Executioner. Oh, getting back to spin up. Yeah, I got my plane ticket, then I got to rent a hotel, and then rent a car, and food, and all that stuff. And so, if if you could be so kind to help me out, here's a link to, you could throw a few bucks in and help me get going. Looks like, is that Dan who is on? I don't know who I know the face, but I don't know his, okay, it's not Steve Carpenter, that's good. But anyway, he is frozen up. If we get Michael on there. Okay, above and beyond. Okay. Oh, ouch. That is no fun. I hear something.
Okay. It should be fine now.
Alrighty, let me.
I just wanted to see if it works for Michael.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself. I am bad with names. I've seen you on other live streams.
It's Jim from Above and Beyond.
Jim. Thank you, Jim. All right. Well, Jim.
The only thing I can see here, Art, is it doesn't let you select which camera. Now, right now, it's using the camera on the laptop instead of the Logitech camera.
I see.
That might be his problem. I don't know.
Well, you look fine. The only problem is when I go to, you're looking good on YouTube. Chris Hope is in the house. Thank you. Brent Nutt.
The bearded one, Chris Hope.
Okay, that's right. He looks like the guy that used to be. He played the geologist on Big Bang Theory.
Who was that guy? Jim, he had a show prior to that.
Yes, I think it was Suddenly Susan. Is that the name of the show?
With that or that 70s show? Something.
No, he wasn't.
Was he the kid on the Roseanne Barr show?
No, I'm talking about that, the geologist on Big Bang Theory, the big tall guy that kind of talks.
Oh, Jim Parsons.
No, that's not Jim Parsons. He's the geologist. He's the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he only had bit parts in there. He always did puns about rocks and geology and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
I know who you're talking
Jim,
about.
where are you located at?
I am in Florida, and Art, it has been 92 degrees all day, and I don't know if you can hear this rain going on in the background.
Oh, yes, I hear something. I was wondering what that sound was.
I'm out here in the garage because it's the only place I can smoke.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm relegated to the garage.
Well, Jim, are you originally from Florida?
No, I'm a Long Island boy.
Long Island, okay, yeah. A lot of New Yorkers live in Florida now.
We run here to hide so it's not as populated, but now they keep building it up, trying to be New York.
Yep, that's right. Back in my stand-up comedy days, I worked pretty much Orlando on north.
Did you ever do Rodney's Dangerfields in New York?
No, I wanted to, but the one in New York City, no, I've never had a chance to perform in New York State. But
can you see this cup that I got in the mail?
Yes, is that Rodney Bell's cup?
It sure is.
Looks nice.
Rodney's going nationwide with these.
Awesome.
So you never played Dangerfields or studio?
No, the closest to New York City I played was Baltimore. Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Jim, you locked up. What happened? All right, so we got some technical difficulties going on there. I see. Yeah, good idea, Steve. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so Jim, if you could get out of VMix,
Okay.
and we'll get see if Michael could get back in, because with my version of VMix, I'm limited to one guest. I'm not rich like Mel, where he could have a gazillion people on his show. I'm cheap like Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger. So hopefully, oh, Brian Posen, he's okay. Hey, Claude, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Just, yeah, Jim, if you could get out. Alrighty, let's see. Lloyd, do I need to set up another input for call-in for Michael? Maybe I should do that. Well, Michael, you've been on live streams before. Whatever you got working there should work with vMix. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's not vmix.com, it's vmixcall.com, Jim. Not vmix all, vmixcall.com, Lloyd. You forgot the C in there. Yeah, autocorrect is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. All right. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? Dang it. Lloyd, should I set up another input for the yeah. Yeah, Jim, that's a correct code, and he was able to get in. Uh, yeah, isn't that something how that happens, Jeff? you get a new toy and you want to go outside and play with it, and then the weather just goes on you and you can't do it. Well, actually, oh, hey, I hear something.
Here I am!
There
I'm
he
on
is.
live! You crazy bastard! Al, I'm gonna kill you, man! I want if I can jump through the screen and rip your freaking head off, I would! Put your neck to the screen, please! Hurry up! Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, man! Yeah! Oh my God, man! Look at my head. I got a freaking bed head. I can't. Give me a minute now. I've been trying. I got every computer in the house running, Apple, iPads, phones. I'm trying everything, and it just wouldn't work. And then I do exactly the same thing, and poof, puts me on. Well, you better pay the next one. Pay for the freaking service. The free version screws you, man.
Oh, this is not the free version. This is the I had to pay for this. So Lloyd is the one that helped me out with it. Lloyd and Mel were very helpful to get me this all set up the way it looks really good.
It looks great.
I just want to welcome you to the show. I saw your balloon ride. It was awesome.
Hold on. I gotta fix myself, Art.
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
fix myself. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I gotta make myself look good because there we go. You know, we're on live television here. The whole world can see me. You know, we got a little bit of vanity. There we go. Honey, you got the makeup?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, you need the pancake, you know.
Yeah.
Slapped you right in the face. There you go.
All right. I just give me a minute to calm down because I've been in a state of panic for the last hour. You know, let me tell you something. Is total like miracle. I didn't remember. Just please don't give me the credit of remembering. I totally forgot and was zipping around YouTube and I see your freaking show and it says starring Michael Philly Joe. Like, oh, what the frick is this? It's starring me? How did I get on here? And so I jumped on and it's like 4 minutes to go. And I'm like, oh my God, is today the day?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I jumped up, I threw pants on, I'm running around, and I did all your instructions from that point on. And I wanted to surprise you. And it just wasn't working. And so anyway, I think what the key is, guys, is your email didn't work. So, and the way I was going on to vMix was going into the email and clicking on.
No, you gotta cut and paste and put that.
No, I didn't do that. No, what I did was closed everything down, opened up Chrome, and did what Jim said, and actually typed in vmix.com, boing, and it went up, and then put in the code there, and that worked. So if you have problems in the future, tell people not to use the email, but instead close everything down, open it, and physically, manually type it in and go in. It worked. It pulled me right in.
All right. That is a good point, and I will note that and tell that to my future guests that I have on. So, Michael, you are in Philadelphia. Are you originally from Philadelphia?
Yeah, well, once in a while, and I'm from all kinds of other places too, like Mars, Venus. Now, most of the time I'm on planet Earth, and yes, in Philadelphia, Art.
Okay, great. So
yeah, I'm here my whole life. 53. I just turned 53 in May.
Awesome.
Beginning of May, and been here my whole life. I don't know anything else other than Philadelphia. And notice I say Philadelphia. It's a beautiful place, but it's a little filthy.
Yeah, well, from the videos you've shown us, it looks like a a beautiful city. You got the high rises there. You've got Independence Hall. Uh, I'm a big battleship buff, and when
Oh,
you went out to the USS New
New
Jersey,
Jersey.
oh, that just blew me away.
You know what? It's so nice you say that because you're not the only one. I get so many little private messages. Hey, could you go back to the New Jersey? And it's so funny because in my head, I feel as though people want to see epic 1,000 feet flights and zipping around the Liberties at 2 miles away, line of sight, of course. And
Right.
but or after doing all them flights, people always say to me, "Hey, could you go buy that boat again? That was really cool." And that's the most relaxing, beautifulest flight of mine, and it's the most compliant because it's right over the water. I am literally 200 feet from myself at all times.
Right.
I could cheat a little bit, and I personally love that. That's my special. The buildings are fun to fly, but I got to be honest with you. If anybody's flown in the city, your butt cheeks are clenched from the time you take off until the time you get the drone back in your hand
Yeah, I
because
bet.
you're losing connection, you're glitching, you're bing bang, and that's with a DJI drone. So it's tough. There's a billion singles going on, and then it's all about location, location, location.
Yeah,
If you don't get
that's
perfect line of sight, a building gets in the way, boom, everything flashes out. But the boat, it's right there on the
right.
dock, and it's just perfect, clear, beautiful flying. And we have a lot of naval guys in the community as well as Air Force. Not to mention that my fiance's husband, my
Hmm.
fiance's father is a 35-year veteran, Air Force
Wow.
veteran. So he
Awesome.
loves the New Jersey as well. So
Right.
and at night, Art, when they light that shit up, the
Yeah.
ship up, it's freaking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. So I enjoy it.
Uh, the other ship that I had mentioned to you before is the USS Olympia, which is an armored cruiser, which is the oldest ship out there, or the oldest naval ship. And it's right near those sailing vessels that you.
Yes. Yes, you the one that told me that?
Mhm.
Somebody told me that. I didn't know it was there. I don't know freaking ships. But
Well,
yes, so I started to turn it around and look at that. There's a ship there, like a sailboat, and
right,
it's called the Mujaloo. And it's basically the Mujaloo is I guess there's some history. You guys may know it. I don't know it. I apologize. But it is a ship that did something. It's called the Mujaloo, but they turned it into a restaurant, a really high-end restaurant. And so
wow,
you can walk down into it, and we've eaten there, where they decorate the food and shit. You don't get to eat. You just get to look at decoration on a plate and
right,
pay billions of dollars for it. But it's beautiful. It's a
right,
it's a wonderful environment and worth it. And you're sitting and you're floating. But right beside that ship, you're right. There's another boat which I totally was missing. And everybody keeps saying, "Go over there."
yeah,
And is that what it is? The Olympia?
yeah.
Is
That
it?
that ship was at the Spanish American War. It was at the. I think it was. I think it was at the Battle of Manila in the
The
Philippines.
Battle of Mujaloo. Maybe it was the Battle of Mujaloo, and that's why
Yeah,
they put the Mujaloo right beside. But yeah, that's awesome, Art. That is
yeah.
awesome.
If it wasn't at that battle, it might have been down in Cuba at the Battle Santiago, which was the
Gotcha.
other battle that we had going
One
on
of them.
with the Spanish. And after that war, we gained the Philippines, Cuba, and Puerto Rico. Uh, Cuba, we gave it their independence. Uh, Philippines was a territory of the United States up until 1946 when it was granted its independence. Uh, July 4th, 1946.
I don't know if that's better or worse. That I shut the lights out behind me, and I don't think that's any better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying, Art. I'm trying. I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry it ain't better set up. I tried, man. I even caught you a couple minutes early, and I was going to surprise you and act like I knew it all along. And here I go. Hey, I didn't forget, but I forgot. You know, totally.
So, Michael, let's get to know a little bit about yourself.
Yes, sir.
Were you a
Hey, can I
nerd
say
in
hi,
school?
guys? Can I say hi? Hello, Chris
Okay,
Hope. Hey,
that's fine.
Robbie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Drone Effects with Claude. Hey, hello, guys. Thank you all for stopping in and looking at my stupid ass. Steve Carpenter. All yous, man. Above and beyond. Thank you. And thank you for your help, Jim. And anyway, thank you. Nice boxers. Yeah, I'm in my underwear, dude. Hey, Art, we've been out. Guys, I'll tell you about myself, but for the last, what is today, hon? Today's Saturday night, right? We've been out since like Thursday night into Friday, and I'm just coming in, but it's been one long day. From
Right.
Friday, oh God, I was asked to go on to a professional drone shoot. Guys came in from California to do a shoot of the buildings, and they
Awesome.
were on the internet, and they seen, oh, well, who can we contact in Philadelphia to help us fly around these buildings? And they saw this goofball, and they
Awesome.
contacted me,
Hey, that
and
is terrific.
dude, I was on the movie set until 1 o'clock this morning, paying off guards to keep us. I was bringing them from location to location all around Center City in rooftop joints, and guards were fighting with us. I'm trying to slip them $20 here. And bottom line is, and then they kept shooting, but I had to go. And we caught a hot air balloon ride at 5 o'clock this morning from the shoot. So we never slept. We went from Center City to home to lay down for an hour and a half before we got into the car, traveled another hour and a half out to Doylestown, and then the hot air balloon took off at 5 a.m. this morning, and we were freaking 1,000 feet in the air. I was a drone. Art, I was a drone.
Yeah, I saw
A
that.
real
It was
life
awesome.
freaking drone. Oh my God. No, I can't tell. I'm sorry for being excited, but there
Oh,
are no words. No words. There are no words to describe the feeling, man. I was shaking, and the whole time I'm like, don't lean, don't freaking move, because you kind of feel like it's just gonna tip right over. But then after about, I said, oh, the guy was laughing. He said, you didn't stop saying, oh my God, for a good 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, he says, you settled in, and it's almost as if you're in a freaking dream. You were in a dream.
Yep.
You feel nothing. You're flown. Guys, throw yourself in 8 feet and just sit there. If you're fat like me, you just float around like a buoy. That's what it feels like. Only
Yep.
you're flying, man. And it was just, and you're looking at, oh my God, I can't. How do I put that feeling in words? I don't even know what to type. And I'll tell you what wrecked it, and then I'll shut up. What wrecked it was filming it. I didn't, because I'm worried about showing you guys and, oh, look at this, and it took from the experience. So I taught, and I'm sorry to say that, but it did. Next time we're going to go, and it's for me. Frig
There
the
you
camera.
go.
I ain't bringing no freaking cameras. I'm not bringing a phone. I'm bringing nothing. I just want to fly.
There you go.
And thank God that my wife enjoyed it. She wouldn't even talk to me, and I'm like getting mad at her. Why won't you talk? Say, read the chats. And later on she said, fuck the chats, dude. I paid a lot of money for this. I wanted to enjoy it. And it made me think, damn, man, why didn't I do that? And I did enjoy some of it, I mean, but for the most part, I
You
was
look
so
like
worried
you were
about
having
getting
a blast up there.
yeah. Oh, I had a freaking ball. and I guess with me, I got to experience things a couple times. Or I was 1,000 pounds dying on a chair. I just started walking. So for me, one time ain't enough. That was the first time I was out on a rooftop. Last night was the first time I was in a parking garage anywhere above ground level. So, and they were like, what are you so excited? We're like so excited for, look at this. We're 4 feet up. I'm looking at the building. And they're like, but you're from Philadelphia. And I went, yeah. And I have never left my house, man. So everything is new to me. And so in the balloon, I was just, whoa, it was overload. Just so I am glad I got the footage though, because I did the pocket, I think, for 40 minutes out of the hour. And hopefully I'm gonna, when my head comes down to earth, I'm gonna put it in. Hopefully some that footage came out, and I'll be able to make a little video or something with it. But Art, yeah, man, you said you did it as well, and guys, it's not that expensive. It's really doable.
Yeah.
I think she said it was like $200 a passenger, so it is expensive, but it's doable. If you save for it, it's not like thousands. And it was worth every penny, And the hardest part was the landing and getting in the basket. I'm fat, so you got to climb over and get in the freaking thing. And then landing, I smashed my knees. We came in a little hard, so my knees all messed up. But other than that, I don't care. Like, it's worth not walking for a whole week just to have that in my head. So the next is skydiving. We'll do the skydiving next. And but I don't know if I want to put that on camera or not, because I take a heart attack for that.
You know what? The helmets they make you wear, you can actually put a GoPro on. Yeah.
Yes, Art. Yeah. Hey, maybe me and you can do it. I'll push you out, or you push me out, because I'm not jumping. I am not jumping. They're gonna have to push me, man.
I might have to. Yeah. Same.
You're
here.
right, bro. You're right, Lloyd. You do have to forget it, man. And you're right. And I regret it. I do regret that. But at the same time, I'm glad I shared it with all y'all. I didn't go live last night. Everybody was saying, why didn't you tell me why? I wanted to, but what happened was when I did that the first time, I had my foot in my mouth and I felt horrible that I told everybody I was going on a ride, and then they canceled because of weather. So as you know, Art, going up in a balloon, all the stars have to align. So
Right.
I figured, screw this. I will go live when I am staring at that freaking balloon and I know I'm going up, then I'll go live. And that's what I did this morning. But I lost a lot of people. But it's okay. You're going to see good stuff coming soon.
Mhm.
And skydiving, look, above and beyond. That's going next, guys. We're doing that one, man. I'm telling you. How could you not? You gotta, man. And yo, man, what an experience. So I've been on a rush for like 2 nights.
I bet. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, the experience last night on the movie set was just phenomenal. And the
Cool.
best thing, the guys came to me at 1 this morning. They said, Michael, thank you so much. We could have not got these shots without you, dude. And they were so sincere. And to have that, I'm telling you, I broke down in tears in the car because it was, and it's so sad, Art, because they asked me, do you have your license? And I said, no, I don't have a license. And they said, you need to get it, because they could have actually paid me. I could have made, it could have been a good thing, but I couldn't, because I'm not 107. So we're going to get that. I promise.
Go work on that. Don't forget,
Yes, sir.
if you go through Remote Pilot 101 like Ken does,
Paul Murray
or
always told
that
me that. Yes, sir.
discount.
Ken Harry,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So, were you a nerd in school?
What do you think? What do you? How would you get? What do you think I was in school? Because you're probably right. So what do you think?
You remember? Did you ever watch Welcome Back, Kotter?
Yes. Yes.
A sweat hog.
Yeah. Kind of. What I was the class clown.
Yeah.
How could I not be the freaking class clown? So I was the fat kid that everybody wanted to hang around. all the girls, because I was funny and I made you laugh, and the girls loved me, but none of them would kiss me on the lips with the tongue. You know what I mean? They just wouldn't do it. They all wanted to be my friend. And I kind of would be, oh, okay, well, do you want to go to the movies? Well, sure, as friends we'll go to the movies. Well, no, as a date. Oh, no, Michael, I don't want to wreck our friendship.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Anyway, and I just want to kiss
Tell
for the love
me
of God.
all about it, Michael. I've been there, done
That was
that.
the guy.
I was kind of the jokester in school. I was kind of a nerd. I was more hands-on building kind of stuff, but I loved computers. And so, speaking of computers, what was your first computer?
Oh, Sharon, what was my first computer, the one you bought me? It was a laptop. It was an HP laptop, and guys, it was only a few years ago. I have never touched a computer till 10 years ago, maybe, and I'm afraid of them. As much as I seem outgoing and all, I suffer from very low self-esteem, probably from being 600 pounds, and having a lot of other issues as well. So I am to be continued, as Paul Murray says.
Yeah.
I am a work in progress.
Right.
And
right.
So that's who I am. I'm getting there, and I'm trying to enjoy the frickin' process. That's it. None of
there
them are
you
perfect.
Go.
We all got issues. And what the whole YouTube thing for me was to get on frickin' YouTube and go, look at me, I'm a mess. Anybody out there a mess too? That was my whole reason for YouTube. Come on, join in. Stop the bullshit and the faking. Are you messed up? I am. And hopefully we can help each other from doing that. And you would be surprised the overwhelming responses I'm getting. But people are just afraid to say, hey, I got a defect. Look, it's right here. Really? You got one defect? Come on, search harder, buddy. I'll bet you got two. And that's art. That's for me, that's what it was, because in doing that, we help each other, and I'm willing to go first. I'll tell you all my shit first. And when you do that, you'd be surprised. When you get honest, other people get honest. And and then you're crying on each other's shoulders. Everybody, it's a kumbaya freaking night. And it's beautiful. That's how I want to live the rest of my life. The gun shooting and the tough guy shit, that went out years ago, man. So, and that was here too. That was a stage we all went through. But that gets you putting your head on the pillow at night with your eyes wide open, wondering, how do I sleep? Is somebody going to come get me? And there's no fun in that. Now I can sleep with my eyes closed and think of freaking hot air balloons.
Right.
And that's a beautiful way of living. That no addictions, none of that shit.
Well, that's good.
Just adrenaline. I'm addicted to adrenaline today.
Well, I know how that feels. I was a stand-up comic for 25 years, and when you have that show where everything is firing on all cylinders, that feeling that you get, you just feel like
it's a rush, right?
Floating.
Isn't it great?
You're just killing it out there, and you
feel lighter than air.
If you could do that night after night after night, and that's what was the tough part, because you're not going to have great shows like that. Sometimes you're going to have some really crappy shows. But thankfully, my shows, they were quality, they were good shows. I never bombed night after night after night. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten work. And
let me ask you a question, Art. Okay. When you had a bad show, how did you stop from going into depression and stuff like that? Because I go through that even on YouTube. Some nights you hit it out of the park and man, all the chats are, they're fine. And you did a good thing, man. People are happy. You made people's nights. And other times 3 people show up and you're a bomb. and you carry that with you. You really do. When you're off the air or off the stage, you carry that with you. How did you handle it from not having it turn into depression?
Well, for me, I recorded a lot of my shows, and I would listen to the response, and then you got to think about, okay, maybe those people that came to the show, maybe they had a bad day, and you
God,
just weren't. So I try not to think about that it was all my fault. It was
yeah,
probably a whole bunch of situations going on. It could have been,
such a
they,
positive.
yeah,
That's a very positive way of looking at it. And you are correct. And
mm,
that's really the only thing you can do, you know.
mm,
Maybe it's them. Put it on them. Hey, maybe they didn't have a good night. And that's the way you should. That's positive thinking.
mm,
That's really good. I can learn from that.
yeah,
Because for me, I automatically turn it about me. You
hmm,
know, I should have done better. I could have did this. Why didn't I do that? What the
right,
hell? No,
hmm,
maybe this is wrong. Maybe I need to do something else. It's all internal. When
hmm,
in reality, maybe their freaking mother died. Maybe, you know, and they didn't
yeah,
feel like laughing tonight. You
yeah,
know, so yeah, what you're doing is the positive way. And again, that's why I'm here on is socially, because I want to learn, man. I want to remain teachable so that I can be more enlightened. I know I hate to use all them words, but it really is so that I can have a better life. That's really it's a selfish way of thinking, but it's selfish in a good way because ultimately we can
right,
all be happier if you just try to better yourself a little bit each day.
right.
So
Well, and that's what life is all about. It's all about experiences and what you could draw from that to uh, make it better down the road. You know?
Grumpy said it's very good. Love yourself enough for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And and Lloyd, trust me, man, we're getting there because and for me that happens through accomplishments. Like I have to prove it to myself. Like I'm not. Words are so freaking cheap anymore, especially in today's day and age. So for me, if you want to love yourself, show me you love yourself. Get the freaking weight off. Do something good for somebody. Make a sacrifice. Do something that's freaking hard. Have some integrity. That's loving yourself.
Yep.
Show me, prove it. And through them examples, I've gotten to love myself because now you can't, it ain't just a word. You have something to go back on and say, well, because your head messes with you. There's always the good and bad. And
Right.
it's telling you, oh, you know, oh, but but you know, you're just a waste. And oh, really, Mike? And then the other guy saying, well, look what you just did. Well, you just lost 320 pounds. How could a waste do that? You know,
Right.
you have something tangible to turn on, and that's what's helping. It's a lot of freaking work, but it's worth it because now I have something solid. And then to keep it up is a lot of work too, but it's
Yep.
worth it. It really is
Hmm.
worth it. And that's an awesome. I'm going to actually freeze that because I do need to love myself for the rest of the freaking world. Because if the world can be cruel, man, they really can be
Oh
cruel.
yeah.
I don't want to bring it a downer, but people. I mean, I'll never forget walking to the corner store. My wife will tell you. The wife, we're basically married after being together for so long. But walk into the store one late night to go get whatever, a candy bar, and I was heavy and I was crossing. It was at a red light, and the red and the green, the light turns red, and I go to walk. And as I'm crossing the street, the car starts to move, and I hear, "You fat fucking
Hey,
slob!"
Mike,
I'm
Mike.
sorry about the
This is
cursing.
a
Sorry about.
PG show. We gotta
Yeah,
kind of
I'm so
watch the
sorry, guys.
language and
F
yeah.
it. So yeah, I'm sorry. And they screamed it out the window and then laughed. The whole car full of guys.
Yeah.
Ah, look ah! And then they pulled away. I never and like you would think, oh yeah, just F you and keep going. No, dude, it crushed me
Yeah.
that a total stranger didn't even know me and got a good laugh at just who I was. They
Right.
didn't know what kind of person, but because of the way I looked They humiliated me, and I'll never forget that. And guys, I ain't here to tell you that's what made me lose the weight, because it didn't. It made me eat some more. So that's what that made me do.
Mm-hmm.
But it just made me learn a little bit about some people, and
yeah.
it's cruel, man. People can be really cruel sometimes,
Yep.
and it's just to get so that they can have a laugh, and so you know so it makes it whatever it is what it is. But it did later on encourage me when I want to eat. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy anymore, but for me, not for them, because
Right.
they'll think of something else to call you, you know. But anyway,
So,
yeah, I'm sorry about cursing, buddy.
now you actually went through gastric bypass surgery, didn't you? And that's pretty major stuff
Yeah,
to
yeah. I've been losing and gaining weight from 13 years old. Would lose 180 pounds, gain 190. Lose 150 pounds, gain 210. And my whole life was like that. Finally, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I got diabetes horribly. I mean,
right.
one day I was fine. The next day I was doing insulin 3 times a day, metformin. My blood sugars were off at 1300.
Wow.
My A1C was 13, some ridiculous number, and they wanted to
Wow.
hospitalize me. So at that point, I knew no more diets. I had to get off the yo-yo, the roller coaster.
Right.
I had to do something, or I was going to die. I was
Mm-hmm.
dying. I had 600 pounds. And there was no stopping it. The
Right.
scales stopped at 550, so God only knows how much I weighed. But
Mm-hmm.
so at that point, I looked into it, and for a year, you had to qualify for the surgery, and they
Right.
put you through hell. They want to see if we do the surgery on this person, are they going to stick to the diet? You know, and so they have a regimen that you have to check off, a bunch of squares that have to be checked for
Right.
them to go ahead with the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm on welfare, so the welfare was paying for it. They're not going to pay for a surgery that they just going to throw out the window. They want to see, are you going to comply? You
Right.
know, so
Mm-hmm.
it's state insurance. So I complied, dude, and that was really the hardest. That was one of the hardest years. Just trying to get on board with the doctor appointments, all the things, and then
Right.
yes, 30 months ago, I went in for surgery, and at I guess around 600 pounds, and here we are. October will be 3 years
Wow.
post-op, and
That's amazing.
we're down to 260 pounds. Yeah. So we
That's
got a little
amazing.
bit more. Yes, sir. But I tell you, it wasn't the easy way, Art. It was so hard. Oh my God, the surgery was just crazy. And you know, and there's no miracle. I can pig out right now. I could still eat a whole pizza, and
Uh,
you know, you can still pig out. So you do have to make the changes.
right.
There's no magic thing
Mm-hmm.
here.
I've
I wish
worked
I could
with
tell you what.
I've worked with several comedians that were very overweight. One of them was Ollie Joe Prater, who very funny guy. Sadly, he passed away because he was up around 500 pounds, and he just had a massive heart attack, and that was it. And Ralphie May just passed away. He lost a lot of weight. He was on that celebrity Lose It Club or something where the celebrities that are overweight would go on, and they made them go through this regiment and they lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
And Ralphie May went from, I think, 400 down to 190 or something. It was looking really good. And then from what I heard, he just blimped out
Mm.
again, and that was it.
It's so hard, and Art, I find myself even now. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
Food. What guys don't understand. So I suffer from drug, opiate addiction, and also food addiction, and some mental disorders. Like
Right.
I think we all have mental disorders, by the
Yeah.
way. But whatever. Uh, you know, but the food addiction was what caused the drug addiction. So before anything else was the food. And what I mean by that is from a little kid, I overate 5 years old, my grandmother used to give me coffee and toast. My Italian grandmother, and she'd go, "Mangia, Michael, mangia," and she would butter my toast, and I would dip it in her coffee. The problem was I didn't stop after one slice of bread, and she'd toast me two more and toast me two more. So when I got into like 6th grade, I was a blimp, and so, but my food took off from a young age. And then what happened was I felt so uncomfortable as a human being that when I got a little older, the only way I can feel comfortable was to medicate that.
Right.
So then came the drugs and the booze and all that, because I figured I'm going to kill myself. I can't even be out in public here. And it was all mental, and they still loved me. People wanted me to be places, but inside my head, I couldn't do it until I put the substance in. And then, the party started. And even then, it wasn't all bad, man. We had some good parties. And then it takes over your life. In the beginning, It's all fun, and that's so that party was over pretty quick, but it wasn't all bad, And so the food came first. The addictions, they're all out there waiting to kill you, man. All of them. So it's always there. That's my point. They're always there waiting, and there's no getting away from them.
Right.
And I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going with that. I think that's from age as well.
Yeah. Well, Michael, I was going to develop a special T-shirt to help people lose weight, and what it does is it keeps your arms from, putting that fork and that spoon. You can't get that slice of pizza. You kind of look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Hey, Art, I would eat like this. I would just eat like a dog, because when you're hungry, man, you'll find a way. Trust me. But good idea. We just got to go to another level. We may have to go to the next level and put something across the lips.
Yeah, there you go.
It's funny to talk about, and that's the other thing, guys. Let me tell you something. Laughter has been the best medication
Yes, it is.
on the face of this earth, because if you can't laugh at yourself, man, just put a bullet in your head. Really, just kill yourself. Get the pain, get it done and over with, because that's been my biggest saving grace. Even with people breaking my stones, they don't even know where to start at, because I was good. I only said stones. So you gave me that look like, I'm going to rip it, and I said stones. But if you can laugh at yourself and make jokes at yourself, where are they going to go with that? Where are they going with that? It's like, how could they hurt you, man? The guy's killing himself more than I can kill him. Let him go. He's funnier than I can be. So, but it's good. It's good to do that, and it just kind of it takes the cloak away from everybody and makes everybody feel a little bit more comfortable.
One of the things that I think makes you a successful vlogger is how down to earth and real you are. No BS. Hey, I'm Michael. Take it or leave it. Look at that freaking dynamic range. Wowzer. Wowzer.
I get wowzers from that's so funny. Lloyd, I am a life addict, man. I'm working at it, day in and day out. And they're not all good days, but Art, you're right. The whole wowzers things comes. Guys, have you ever seen Jimmy Neutron? I'm in love with this car.
Yeah, I
love freaking Jimmy Neutron. Here, I got the little tweaky going, and he's so and the characters that go with him are just so like life, It just Jimmy, the heavy guy, and then there's the outgoing guy that wants to do everything. It's just such a microcosm for life, and it's so funny, and I get a kick out of it, and so. He's like, got a jet, wowzers. And so I use some of them words, but Art, you got it. You know, it's hard to fake, to put on an act all
Right.
the time. How do you do that? I can't do it. So I figured the easiest thing to do is to just be you.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
We're all we, right? Or we're all yous, and it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to turn the camera on and be you, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I go overboard, and believe it or not, there are the streams that aren't that good because I'm trying to push it to come out instead of just being me. And it's
Right.
okay to not be, whoa, oh my God, to be off the charts sometimes. Sometimes it's good to just be calm, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so it is a learning experience. The whole YouTube thing is not just YouTube, but it's a whole learning about yourself and about life. It
Mm-hmm.
really is, or at least that's what I'm using it for. You can use it for anything you want. For me, I'm learning to grow as a human being through YouTube. I know that sounds
Right.
crazy, but it really is what I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
because and it's because I'm keeping the doors open. If
Right.
you keep doors open and remain teachable, anything can be a life's lesson. Anything.
That's right.
Going to the toilet, anything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for being dirty, but you know what I mean. Just remain teachable,
Yep.
frick the ego, you know, and remain teachable. Have some humility,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard because you know you want to be the top guy. You know, we want to be the big one. We all have that, you know. So sometimes to knock yourself down is hard to do sometimes. Uh, but if you just remain a little humble, the door stays wide open, and then you get people like last night. The guy just coming up to me, and I didn't ask him to say it on his own. Hey, we couldn't have got these shots without you. Thank you so much. Asked me if he can give me a hug. It's a freaking guy on a movie set asking me to give me a hug. Like it sits in later, and it felt so good. The wife, all the people came. Oh, you were so much fun. Oh my God, they're contacting me, and you know, and he even said he'll do when the movie comes out. It's just going to be a short thing, but
Right.
when it comes out, and she's a book writer, so it's to promote the book. But when it
Right.
comes out, I'll play it. But they told me they're going to put my name in it and do a special thanks to me, and they don't have
Yeah,
to. But
that's
just to have
cool.
that is so nice, you know. Just even a second, and you know, so that's where the ego will be all blown up. But I deserved it. I worked for it, so
Well,
good.
you
You
should
know.
go ahead, get your Part 107. You're close to New York City. Go contact Casey Neistat, and you'll be the bomb, man. You'll
Yo,
be like freaking awesome.
man, New York is just crazy. I don't, you know, it's just a bigger Philadelphia to me.
Yeah, it
Philadelphia
is.
is so blessed, and people, you know, right now Philadelphia is open for drone flying. But I really wish people wouldn't keep telling other people about that because the more people keep coming to fly in Philly, they're going to eventually shut Philly down as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, I would just wish people would just quietly do it. Stop
Well,
advertising, you know?
Well, and you're in a good location. You can go down to
Yes.
Delaware, fly
Yeah.
around there. You could go
Yeah.
to Pennsylvania. Well, out in the rural
Where are you
parts of.
from, Art?
I'm
Where are you from?
originally from Colorado. I'm
Oh,
in Denver, and
oh,
I live in Westminster, which is Lloyd, the Grumper vlogger's hometown. And but
wow.
I lived in Michigan for 10 years and moved back here in 81. So uh, glad to be back here. Just uh, it's great flying drones here. I want to get more of the state. I want to go out and drive out and bring some good content. I've got vacation coming up in a couple weeks. I'm going to go out of town for a couple days. There's a place down in southeast Colorado, in Grenada, Colorado. There was a Japanese internment camp there during World War II, and there's still remnants of the
Wow.
camp, and there's actually monuments there. And what I'm going to do is fly my drone around
Wow.
and kind of do a little brief history of the camp and talk a little bit about the town. And I have a friend that has a ranch nearby, and hopefully I'll get to do some fishing there, and then you'll get to see
Wow.
some good fishing videos there.
Art, I got to thank you too because, you're fairly new to this scene. I know not new to drones at all, but or maybe I'm new to it. I don't know, but I've seen you fairly recently, uh, and I'll never forget the video where you're coming up and you showed the video of you walking out of your hotel room or whatever it was, your
My
room, you
apartment,
close
yeah.
the door, and you dragging your freaking legs and dragging the cane, and in one hand you got the drone, and I was just mesmerized because you got to understand, although wasn't dragging my legs, I was dragging myself. So I related to
Right.
myself, to you, and I could only walk 20 feet, and here you were dragging it, and then you get out to the grass and you sit, and this whole thing may have taken like 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, wow, he didn't even fly yet. Look at all this freaking work he had to do
Mm.
just to get to the spot. And it was a full watch, man. I watched the whole thing, and I was in tears because the joy that you got from it, it just really brought it
Mm-hmm.
all to the community's about and what drones are about.
Right.
And it made me at that point feel like, hey, this isn't a toy, this isn't just a hobby, this is like a way of life.
Right.
This is really making people happy, giving
Right.
them a reason to live. For somebody to go through all that work, because I wasn't able to see myself doing it, but when I saw you, I could relate. When you're in the process of doing this, you can't see yourself sometimes fighting the fight. But when
Right.
you see somebody else, when you're on the outside looking in, it's easy to see the fight, and to see you fighting, and then it just brought back my whole life. And wow, look at this guy goes through just to get his batteries, and then he's got to walk all the way back, but yet he does it, man. And it just was so inspiring. So thank you, number one, for filming it,
All right. I'm
and
glad.
thank you for being you, man, and just
Mm-hmm.
for putting it out there and not worrying about what people want to think about me, and
Right.
for it being crap. I love crap videos. I can't stand, and I mean that nicely. I can't stand. I shouldn't say I can't stand, because some of you guys are so talented. I might be a little jealous of you guys. How about that, Ralph? But the crap ones for me just seem so real and so genuine, because it just is what it is. And it's like, here, look at this, and you no real crude cuts, because
Right.
they don't know how to cut or do a transition, and I get a kick out of that. And then you watch, and then other ones look like National Geographic freaking movies,
Right.
and it's like, oh my God, and it's just overwhelming, and they're good too. But for me, I kind of like the crap ones, and that's where the saying at the end of my videos, I always put, "Thanks for watching my crap," because I want to remember that that's where I'll always, like, that's where I started. It was just
Right.
crap, and it was just important to just get the video out. So that's what
Right.
I mean. It's not the content that's crap. It's the video, like the cuts, the ends, the beginnings, all that. That's crap, but the fact that I want to remember that, no matter how good I get in the future of editing and all, the important thing for people to remember is to just get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it out into the ether, because there's somebody out there that could be right where you're at, or right where, that'll inspire, even if it doesn't have a transition in it, or
Right.
words, or
Mm-hmm.
perfect music. It may inspire somebody. So that's what I got out of it. But thank you for your hard
I'm
work.
glad you
And
liked it. It got a lot of response from the drone community, and it helped me get to meet a lot of you great folks out there. I got a lot of uh, great gifts in the mail that were so helpful. I want to go to Spin Up, and it it's going to be a challenge. So I would like to, if you guys could
Uh,
chip in a few bucks. I've got a little tip jar here that I will post it again.
where is it at this year? Everybody's breaking
It's
them for me
still down
too.
at the same place in Austin, Texas. Yeah,
It's
so
still
I just posted my tip jar. You could throw a few bucks in there. It goes to my PayPal account, and so it'll help me get there because the tickets are like 125 bucks, and then I got to
what's the
fly down
hotel?
there, and then I got to
Yeah,
get a
that's
hotel
okay.
and all.
That's what it's
So
about.
every little bit will help out here. I'm not asking for a fortune or anything. Just a few bucks and get me on my way. That would be awesome. I don't want to make it sound like I'm begging you for money. Yeah.
But I am. Say, but I
But
am. I'd like to go. Yeah,
Michael,
that
if
would
you
be
if you
awesome.
like that one video, check
Yeah.
out my latest fishing video on my other channel,
Okay.
Art's Place Fishing. I think you'll
Yeah,
like that. It's the same kind of.
put that up there. Post that, Art, because I don't think I'm a part
Oh,
of that channel.
okay, let me.
Yeah, because you've been on YouTube for a long time,
Oh
haven't you?
yeah, I've had my
Like
original channel goes back to 2007.
70?
No, 2007.
Oh, 2007. Gotcha.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, Art's Place Fishing Channel. And we will go to my channel and I will post a link to it. And okay, here it is.
Oh, man. Boy, I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell do I do? Like, the depressing thing, so it's just all starting to hit me now. I was in a freaking hot air balloon this morning.
Right.
And now I'm thinking, like, what can I do? Like, how do I? First, I think I'm going to enjoy this just a couple more days, but then this is kind of scary because now it's almost as if I have to top that. And the only thing I can think of is being pushed out of a freaking airplane. Like, how do I beat that? How do I beat a balloon?
Well, we gotta
Wow.
see you at Spin Up, Michael. That would
I would
be a
love for it.
blast
I don't
to
think
see
I can
them.
afford it. Yeah, I'll try though. If I start saving pennies from now,
Yeah,
when is it?
it's October 19th.
Okay. Well, we got some time yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'll go hang out on Broad Street and throw a tip jar. I'll
There you
sing.
go. There you go. There you go. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah. For the love of God,
For
please,
the
just
love
a
of
quarter.
God, man boobs. Ooh.
Yeah, man. They'll be taking money from me.
Yeah.
Give me my money back. Oh man, that is so funny.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. I can't believe I forgot about you, man. I can't. But it's so funny because I don't believe in coincidences, Art, and no way. I mean, no way am I the guy to abandon somebody. I will
Right.
go down with the frickin' ship. So, and that's how I feel, man. Because all we have in this world is our word. When you
Yep,
really
that's
think about
right.
it, that's all you have.
Hmm.
So to lose that, I couldn't live with myself. I really couldn't. If I tell you I'm going to do something, and that's why it took me so long to give you the okay, because I didn't quite know what the days were or where my life was, and then finally it's like okay. But as soon as I say it, now I'm committed. That's the way I look at things. Not everybody looks at things like that.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'll do it, and then they forget or whatever. No, if I do it, then I got to jump through hell or high water to do it because I said it. And I totally forgot, obviously, because of the night that I had. And I don't believe in coincidences. They're just looking on you, just waking up and looking at it. And it's like, hey, 4 minutes, Philly your own life. Michael, Oh my God. And it's so, there you go. Man. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you. So he made me keep my word. And I
There
still
you
could have ran. I still could have pretended I didn't see it, but I did.
That's
You know.
awesome. I
Yeah.
do have a message for you from Australia. Greg
No, no.
Cooner from Oz by Drone. Has been trying to get a hold of you, and he would like to have you on his show.
Yes. I tried to explain to Oz. My email, Art, you know this. I
Yes.
don't check my email. I just
Mhm.
don't do it. If you want to get with me, you like comment on a video on YouTube.
Right.
And them I really do. I would say I answer 99% of them. But
Okay.
and sometimes even now I'm having to check my email because of all kinds of things that are now coming into the email that I'm starting to learn I have to check. But what
Yeah.
I'm going to do is start a new email account
There
so
you
that it's
go.
not so blotchy, because that's what happened, and that's why I stopped checking it. I got so many emails that if you send me an email tonight, by
Right.
tomorrow it's so far down the list I won't even know I got
Mhm.
it, or it got thrown in spam or whatever. So
Right.
I just gave up on it. So, but I'm going to start a new email and I'll start putting that in. And
There you
I,
go.
I realize I got to get on top of that.
Sound great idea. Great idea. So I gather, are you an only child, Michael?
No, I'm not. I am the baby
Uh-huh.
of I'm raised by a single mom.
Right.
I have two older sisters. And we're in concession. I'm 53, 54, and 55 right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
55-year-old sister, 54-year-old sister, and I'm the baby, 53.
Yeah. Same here. I'm the baby. Only my sister is almost 10 years older than me.
Gotcha.
So she
Yep.
will be 69 in November. Yeah.
Wow.
and
Wow.
I will
So,
be 60 in January.
oh, God bless you. God bless you, man.
hmm
Have you been disabled your whole life?
Oh yeah, this is a birth defect that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all you know. I mean, you've learned to you comfortable with it your whole life. You don't know anything else.
hmm
Gotcha.
hmm Yep.
Awesome. That is awesome. So what other
And
questions do you have for me, bud?
okay. Yeah, what it
What else?
is I have contractures of the joints to where my muscles won't open up all the way. So that's why my fingers look like this. So I'm really terrible at sign language, because
But you do
the
have control.
deaf kids say I
Yeah.
can't hear you. You're mumbling.
Oh no, Art, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah,
But you do have
I
control. Go ahead.
and I don't want to accidentally get knifed in by some gang members too. You know.
Oh man. Um, it's funny because I talk a lot with Mike Roche, and uh, I didn't realize this about Mike, because he's another one like you that just goes through hell to fly his drone. Yet he flies his drone,
Right.
and I admire that. But Michael doesn't have any feeling or muscles in his finger. They're dead. His hands are
Yeah.
dead. And I said, well, how the hell are you flying your drone, man? Because I didn't realize, but you're flying. I guess I always just assumed that his finger worked. Like your fingers work, right,
Yeah,
Al?
they do. Yep.
Right. Well, his don't work. So I said, well, what are you doing? He says, well, I keep a pencil in my hand. And the way he does it is he uses the 5 joystick to throw the camera up and down. So he just punches at the stick at the little thing to throw the camera up and down. So I went, oh my God, that's freaking amazing. And he uses just pushes
Yep.
his hand into the sticks or throws it over top and moves him back. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Have you
Yep.
seen this guy fly? And it just really, come on, guys. I mean, what else do you say?
It,
Be
it's all
able to do
it's
it.
all about adapting to the situation. You know,
Correct. Yes,
you
you're
know,
right.
I can't bend over to pick up things, so I've got little grabbers to pick up things, and
Right. You learn to adapt. You're right.
yeah,
You're
hmm
right. You're absolutely right.
hmm
And it's because you don't. It's either adapt or die. Really,
right,
when you think
hmm
about it, because it's either you adapt or you can't do it.
hmm
And damn it, you're gonna fight, fight, fight. And that's just what weight loss is about for me.
hmm
You either go eat the cheesesteak or you adapt and figure out how not to eat the cheesesteak. Maybe go eat a yogurt and get on a treadmill.
There you go.
It's a
hmm
harder decision, but you got to do it.
hmm That's right. Yeah. And when I was born, I'm not supposed to be here. They told my folks, hey, don't bother giving him a name. He's not gonna last the day. Here it is.
Oh,
I'm almost 60 years old. Beat
um,
the odds. They said, oh, he's got respiratory issues. He's got this disability. We don't know what his mental condition is, and turns out I'm a bright person. Uh,
wow.
I just
God bless.
learned to adapt. They said I couldn't do things with my hands, and I work at a dental manufacturing company where I work with tiny parts all
Wow.
day. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing. You should send a picture of your job and some of your drone videos to the doctor that said that.
Well, he's
Hey,
probably not around
yeah,
now.
he's probably dead. uh,
But
but I
yeah, I was a patient of Shriners Hospital, and they
wow.
do really good work. I believe there's one in Philadelphia, if I'm
My
not mis.
my fiance is an RN, and she works with disabled children in a
Oh,
dialysis unit. So she sees illness and terminal illness
wow.
daily. And I don't know how she does it, but it really does give you a purpose for living and a new feeling about life. And when she comes home and tells me some of the stories, they're heartbreaking.
Wow.
And to
Yeah.
be a parent of a child who has to have their blood turned around every day or they die,
Right.
because
Mm-hmm.
they'll die if they don't have it done. It's horrible. It's just, but they come in with smiles on their faces and,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I'm just doing this and then I'm going to go about my life. And
There you
so, damn,
go.
man, if they can do that, I cannot eat the freaking cheesesteak, guys. Come
There you
on.
go.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all perspective, right? So, but a lot of us choose not to think about that because
Yep.
that's hard. If you think
Mm-hmm.
about that, you may have to do something. But or if you have a heart, some and
Well,
don't
Michael,
watch
you,
the.
you're an inspiration to us. You've overcome a lot of obstacles with eating and drug
Yeah,
addiction, and I mean, we're all overcoming obstacles in our lives. Some of
exactly,
us, it's
exactly.
you know, with a job or a relationship that's not working or drugs, alcohol, eating. I'm, we're humans are an adaptable animal, and we
All right.
manage to live in desolate parts of this planet and outer space, and we're adaptable. And all it takes is, just living life and loving yourself and
Yeah,
enjoying life is what it's
gotta have the.
about.
That's
Doing
right. The
things that
will.
that that bring you happiness. Me, it's drone flying and fishing. And when the weather is crappy outside, I have my guitars right here. I get plink around on that, make a little
Yeah.
bit of noise, and sometimes it sounds like music. Here, I'll,
But
I'll show.
you got it. Yeah.
There they
I
are.
love little axes. I wish, I wish I would have. I always wanted to be a musician, you know, because it's just another way of expressing yourself.
Right.
And I would have been a great musician, I think, you know, but I admired musicians because to be able to sing or express yourself with an instrument is it's just the sexiest thing, man. At least that's the way I think. But you said it, man. It's just the will. Everybody has obstacles, and so
Yep.
mine's are mine, yours are yours. They're all relative. They're just as big in your life as mine are in my life.
That's
Uh,
right.
and I would tell people just get the will. That's the first thing you work on, the
Yep.
will. Because if you want to change it, the rest is easy. That
Right.
you got three-quarters of the battle won. If your mindset is I want to change this. I don't want to be this way or don't want to hurt that way.
Right.
If you get that and work on that part, that's three-quarters of the battle. The rest is just some little footsteps you got to do.
That's
And
right.
believe it or not, it's the easier part. But the will, you gotta want to change.
Hmm.
That's what I that's a process that don't come overnight. That just get in the process. That's it. That's what I tell people and you better get in now because it may take 10 years for it to work. So get in the process
Yep.
now and change. Now you're working toward change. You
Hmm.
know. Um,
Hmm.
I guess there's some lucky ones that can do it quick. I wasn't that guy. I have a hard head, so it took me years, you
Hmm.
know. And most people want to do things their way,
Right.
so get in the process. If you fall, get back up. Whatever it is, job, relationship, get back up. Never
Hmm.
quit, and
Yep.
that's it. Just like you are. You said no, I can't walk. I'll drag. I can't use my fingers. I'll use my feet. You know, it's just adapt. Like you said, you just adapting, refusing to quit.
Right.
And excellent words.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, Michael, I just want to thank you for being here, coming on the show. Glad we were able to get all the technical stuff
Yes,
worked
sir.
out. We got John, and
Yes, sir.
you're an awesome guest, and it was a pleasure having you on. Can't wait to see some more of your videos out there. So uh, I'm going to shut this down. So we'll
And
catch
Ray
you later.
Art, don't forget, if people have problems, remember what I said. They have to don't use the email, just shut everything down, sign into vmix.com, let it
Right,
open a window and do it that way. That
right.
worked like that was gold first
Okay.
time.
All
So
right.
that's the way to do it. But thank you, Art.
All
Thank you
right.
so much for your kind words. Thank you everybody for stopping in. It's been a pleasure. And thank the Lord for showing me your name and my name on YouTube that brought me here. So
Okay.
thank you. God
And
bless you.
okay, what I was going to okay, and I like candy too. I'm kind of like Ken Heron. So if you want to send some candy or broken drones, or if you have a drone you don't want to fly anymore, or you want me to do a review on, send it to this address. Yep, it's 5557 West 79th Avenue, Apartment 3, Arvada, Colorado 80003. I love chocolates. Did I say I love chocolates? Yes, I love chocolates. All right,
Love them
so.
too, but you're gonna have to send me sugar-free chocolates, guys. What the
and
hell?
and if you want to send me an email, send it to COLOKID 1960 at gmail.com. And if you want to relax, oh, here we go. We got our own razzmatazz. I call it art matazz. It's kind of relaxing. You can see the bubbles. Oh boy. All right. And we're back.
I
All
like
right.
that little spin move. Cool, brother.
Okay, so you have a great evening and have a great weekend, Michael. It was a
Yes, sir.
pleasure again. So catch you next time. All right.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, guys.
All
I
right.
will
Bye
see you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Let's do the countdown.